Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily English Confidence. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here with me today because we're about to embark on something truly transformative together. Shadowing together, making English your natural reflex. Every day, let's dedicate just 15 minutes to shadowing practice, a powerful method for learning English listening and speaking skills. No writing, no note-taking, no grammar stress. Just listen and repeat immediately after native English speakers. At first, you might feel a bit awkward, stumbling over words, your tongue getting twisted, your mouth feeling tired. But after just a few days, you'll witness something magical happening. Your ears become more sensitive to English sounds, your mouth flows more naturally with English rhythm. Let's practice shadowing together every day. Just 15 to 20 minutes each time. Practice while cooking, cleaning, or before bed. Goal: create natural listening speaking reflexes. No more fear of English. If you want to speak fluently but your mouth feels frozen, have studied for years but still hesitate to speak, then shadowing is an incredibly simple yet powerful method worth trying. We'll learn together every day, supporting, reminding, and encouraging each other daily. It might not be perfect, but we'll definitely make progress. Today is day 1 of our 30-day journey, and I want to introduce you to an incredible technique that will revolutionize how you learn English. It's called shadowing. Think of shadowing as becoming someone's echo. You listen to native English speakers and immediately repeat everything they say, their words, their tone, their rhythm, even their pauses. It's like being a linguistic mirror, copying not just what they say, but how they say it. This technique is incredibly powerful because it trains your brain to process English at native speed while simultaneously improving your pronunciation, intonation, and listening comprehension. You're essentially rewiring your brain to think in English patterns. Here's exactly how we'll use this video for maximum benefit. First, I'll tell you today's story while you listen and read along with the subtitles on screen. Don't worry about understanding every single word. Focus on the overall flow and rhythm. Then we'll practice shadowing together. I'll read sentences and you'll repeat them immediately, copying my pronunciation and intonation. Remember, perfection isn't the goal, practice is. Finally, we'll break down useful vocabulary and phrases that you can start using in real conversations today. Today's story follows Sarah, a young woman taking her very first flight to America. I chose this story because airport experiences are something many of you will relate to, and the vocabulary is incredibly practical for daily life in the US. Are you ready to transform your English-speaking confidence? Let's dive into Sarah's adventure. Sarah's first flight to America. My hands are shaking as I stand in line at the airport check-in counter. Today is the biggest day of my life. I'm flying to America to start my new job in Chicago. I've dreamed about this moment for years, but now that it's actually happening, I feel both excited and terrified. The line moves slowly, and I keep checking my documents over and over again. Passport, visa, job offer letter, boarding pass confirmation. Everything is here. The woman in front of me is having trouble with her luggage weight, and I watch nervously as the airline staff weighs her bags. Finally, it's my turn. The check-in agent, a friendly woman with a warm smile, greets me cheerfully. "Good morning. Where are you flying to today?" she asks. "Chicago," I reply, trying to sound confident. "This is my first time flying to America." "How exciting," she says genuinely. "May I see your passport and ticket confirmation?" I hand over my documents with slightly trembling hands. She types something into her computer, then looks up at me with a concerned expression.
I'm sorry, but there seems to be a small issue with your seat assignment. The system shows that your original seat has been given to another passenger due to an aircraft change. But don't worry, I can offer you a few alternatives. My heart sinks. This is exactly the kind of problem I was worried about. What are my options? I ask, trying to stay calm. Well, I have a middle seat in row 15, or... She pauses, typing more. Actually, let me check something else. You know what? I can upgrade you to premium economy with a window seat at no extra charge. Would that work for you? I can't believe what I'm hearing. Really? That would be amazing. Absolutely. Consider it our way of welcoming you to America, she says with a genuine smile. Here's your new boarding pass. You'll be in seat 8A, window seat with extra legroom. Your gate is B12 and boarding begins in about 2 hours. As I walk towards security, I feel overwhelmed with gratitude. Sometimes what seems like a problem turns into an unexpected blessing. The security line is long, but I don't mind waiting. I'm too excited thinking about the view from my window seat. When I finally reach the security checkpoint, the TSA officer looks at my documents. "First time in America?" he asks kindly. "Yes, sir. I'm moving to Chicago for work." "Welcome to the United States," he says warmly. "I hope you love it here." At the gate, I find a seat and call my family back home. My mother answers immediately. "How are you feeling, sweetheart?" she asks. "Nervous, but excited, Mom. I just got upgraded to a better seat." "That's wonderful. Remember, this is just the beginning of your American adventure." When they announce boarding for my flight, my heart starts racing again. This is really happening. As I walk down the jet bridge, I think about all the dreams that led me to this moment. I find my seat, 8A, just as promised. The window seat is perfect, and I already love the extra space. As I settle in, the passenger next to me, an elderly gentleman, notices my nervousness. "First flight?" he asks kindly. "First flight to America," I correct him. "I'm starting a new life in Chicago." "How brave of you," he says admiringly. "I moved to America 40 years ago from Italy. Best decision I ever made. You're going to do great things." His words fill me with confidence as the plane prepares for takeoff. Looking out the window as we rise above the clouds, I realize that sometimes the scariest moments lead to the most beautiful beginnings.
Now, let's practice shadowing with some key phrases from Sarah's story. Listen to me first. Then repeat immediately after me. Don't worry about being perfect. Focus on copying the rhythm and intonation. Airport check-in phrases. Good morning. Where are you flying to today? May I see your passport and ticket confirmation? There seems to be a small issue with your seat assignment. Expressing gratitude. That would be amazing. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Making conversation. First time in America? Welcome to the United States. Excellent work. Remember, shadowing gets easier with practice.
Let's review essential vocabulary from today's story. Airport vocabulary. Check-in counter, where you get your boarding pass. Boarding pass, your ticket to get on the plane. Gate, where you wait to board your flight. Jet bridge, the walkway from the gate to the plane. Useful expressions. There seems to be an issue, polite way to mention a problem. At no extra charge, meaning free, no additional cost. Consider it our way of a generous gesture. This is just the beginning, encouraging phrase about future opportunities. Congratulations! You've just completed day 1 of our 30-day shadowing challenge. Sarah's story shows us that sometimes unexpected changes lead to wonderful opportunities, just like your English learning journey. Remember, confidence comes from consistent practice. Every day you shadow, you're building neural pathways that make English feel more natural. Tomorrow, we'll follow Sarah as she navigates her first day in Chicago, ordering food, asking for directions, and making new friends. You won't want to miss the vocabulary and phrases that will help you feel confident in everyday American situations. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a day of our shadowing practice. Share this video with someone who's also learning English. Learning together makes the journey more enjoyable and effective. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Until then, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, every shadow you cast brings you one step closer to English fluency. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.